Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Friday, the 23rd of June. As you can see, it is overcast. We've had rain today, and it's been raining kind of off and on all day, which is awesome for the garden. So let's walk over to the garden real quick. It has been doing very, very well. So as you can see, it's looking good. It's really growing nice. So it's getting there. We're gonna have a nice garden this year, I'm thinking. And the zucchini is doing well. You can see the plants are growing there. They're doing really well. They're coming along. And then we have over here all the cucumbers. You see the little flower on the ends of there, and the cucumbers starting everywhere. So they're coming along as well. So that's coming together pretty nice. So I want to do a video today, and I want to talk about a subject, basically talk about fear, terror, optimism, hope, dreams, basically, okay? As a prepper, I try to educate people and show them different ways on how to do things, how we've done it here, and, the importance of getting ready. And I don't do that to fearmonger. I do that because, in my mind, the more people that I can educate, the more people that I can get prepping, it's the more people that can be self-sufficient and take care of themselves in case of an emergency or anything larger that could happen, okay? Prepping, for me personally, and for most people, should be about peace of mind, okay? It's knowing that whatever comes down the road, be it a, natural thing that happens with Mother Nature or something much worse, you are ready. You're more prepared than the average bear, per se, okay? That's what prepping is for me. It's about peace of mind. It's about just being ready for whatever, because a lot of times people say, well, what are you getting ready for? And I always tell them the same thing. I get ready for whatever, okay? So, but the thing is, with having peace of mind, it just makes everything else easier. Now, if you're a beginning prepper, and I've said this before, and if you're just getting started, and it's never too late to start, guys, start out working on putting together 3 days worth of food and water. And then after you get 3 days worth, you work on a week. Once you get to a week, you work on 2 weeks, and it just so on and so forth, and build up your supplies. What you need to remember, whatever you have done prepping-wise, and let's say you only have a 2-week supply of food and water. Let's say that's all you have. Again, and I've said this before, you are better off than 95% of the people in this country. So look at it as just taking advantage of any advantage that is out there, okay? So now I want to talk about a couple of different things real quick. I want to talk about hope, and I want to talk about dreams, okay? We all need to have that. We all have to have some kind of hope. We have to have dreams in our lives, something that we're working towards, something that we're obtaining, and you want to do it realistically, to be honest with you. Hopes and dreams, it's not a fantasy. It's going, okay, setting a realistic goal and say, okay, this is what I plan to do, and this is what I'm going to do, and start working towards that, okay? That's a hope and a dream, okay? And then when you realize that and you make that happen, then you go, man, that is absolutely awesome, and you work towards the next goal, okay? Everything is just working at things slow and methodically, and you will be surprised, because here's the thing is, guys, time is going to go by so fast anyway. I mean, in a blink of an eye. I mean, I look at my twins, and they're going to be 16 years old this year, and I look at it and I go, where the heck did 16 years go? It's been an incredible journey. It's been my honor to be their father and to try to guide them and shape them into being decent human beings. And unfortunately, not everybody has that guidance, okay? So let's say you didn't have that guidance. I really, as a kid, I didn't have that guidance, okay? I had my grandparents, which were a foundation and a rock, okay? Not everybody has that. So here's my thing, and this is what I try to reiterate to a lot of people. If you didn't like what happened to you as a child, and let's say you had a bad childhood, and you know, and a lot of us have not had great childhoods, okay? But you had a bad childhood, and you know how it felt when somebody did something to you, either beating you or abusing you sexually or whatever the case may be, okay? Why in God's green earth would you do that to your own children? That, to me, I'll be honest with you guys, I could never fathom. I could never understand that, because it's beyond comprehension. You know how it felt. You know what it was like. Why would you do that to another human being? And that's a big thing for me. I mean, I had a very abusive stepfather. One of them, not my favorite one. He's cool, but you know, one of my mom's husbands was not a very good man at all. And but the thing was, it's like when I got older, and you know, and I decided to have my children, I said to myself, and when I became a stepfather too, because I have my stepson as well. You know, I said, I am not going to be like that man. I'm going to treat my stepson decently. Josh, I was married to his mom for almost 10 years. We were together for 11, okay? And in that 11-year period of time, Josh got 2 spankings. And I'm going to tell you what my spanking is, okay? My spanking is 1 or 2 cracks on the behind with an open hand. That's my spanking, okay? In that entire time, in that 11 years, Josh got 2 of them. And actually, he got 1 at 5 and he got 1 at 6. And both times that he got a crack on the behind, it was because he was disrespecting his mother, okay? So, my guys, Heather, I never have ever had to, ever once, do, you know, give her a spanking or anything like that. She's been punished, don't get me wrong, but she's never had a spanking. Eddie, he got plenty. I'll tell you what, he was frustrating when I was younger, or when he was younger, and I didn't really understand the whole dealings with autism, and but I learned, okay, and I learned that for him, that didn't work, okay? So I had to change my whole mindset on how to deal with that situation. And again, everything in life is also a learning experience. If you stop learning, you might as well forget it, pack it in, because, you know, life is such an awesome experience, and it can be absolutely wonderful. It really, truly can be. And again, and I've said this before, it's your choice. It can be a miserable existence, or it can be a pleasurable existence. Now, granted, there's always going to be physical limitations with ailments, sickness, disease, or whatnot, and that happens. That's part of life, guys, okay? But, you know, if you choose to be a happy person, it's a choice, and I'm telling you right now, it is absolutely a choice. You can be a happy person. I choose to be a happy person. You know, I'm making my dreams come true with doing what we're doing out here at the homestead. And, you know, and it doesn't have to be instant gratification. It doesn't have to be overnight success. You don't appreciate it when it's like that. When you have to work towards it, and you make that goal, and you get something accomplished like this, okay? You know, I mean, moving all that freaking dirt and getting all that dirt in here, and then having them bring in more dirt and getting that spread out in here, that was a lot of work, okay? Getting the garden planted, and you know, and getting the tarps on there, you know, so that the weeds don't grow up through. Because I hate, like I told you before, I hate weeding. But it's like, makes all the difference in the world. And the sense of accomplishment when you accomplish a goal that you're working towards, it means a lot, okay? I'm looking forward to doing a lot of canning this fall. Hopefully these 18 tomato plants are going to produce a lot of tomatoes for us. I believe that they're going to, okay? So, you know what I mean? It's having a realistic goal that you set, that you can obtain. And that's what it really is all about. And it doesn't have to be prepping. It doesn't have to be living off grid. It can be whatever you want to do. If you wanted to say, you know, I've always wanted to learn how to play the piano. Well, what's stopping you? You know who's stopping you? You! You are the only one stopping you. So my advice is, life is way too short to be unhappy, and I've said this in a lot of videos before. If you don't like your situation, change your situation. Follow your heart, follow your dreams. That's why we have them, okay? If you give up, you give up on life. I've seen it over and over and over again. People do it all the time. And I could never understand that because, you know, it's like I couldn't even begin to tell you the number of people that told me this was not possible. What I'm doing, there's no way I was going to be able to do it, okay? And here we are 2 years later doing it, you know, for the last 2 years, and nobody stopped us, okay? Now they tried, don't get me wrong. I've had social services called on me twice, okay? But the thing is, as soon as they came out and realized that everything was squared away and that my kids were happy and healthy and that they had every need covered and taken care of, they went away. And I got the letters to prove that it's unfounded accusations, okay? So, and that comes down to negative people not wanting you to be happy. There's going to be those people out there too, guys. There's going to be that negativity. There's going to be the naysayers. There's going to be people tell you, you can't do this, or why would you want to do that? That's stupid. Don't listen to them because they're miserably unhappy people. Why should you be miserably unhappy as well because they are? It doesn't make any kind of sense at all, okay? Again, everything is a choice that we do in life, okay? If you choose to give up and stay in an abusive relationship, that's your choice. Nobody's making you do that, okay? If you want to get out, you get out. You know, I've heard every excuse in the world of why people do what they do, but you know what? Look at it, he's so cute. And there's 4 to 5 cats. The other one's in the house. But the thing is, again, it's a choice. And, you know, so hopefully, please take heart to this message. You know, I'm trying to be a positive person because that's a choice as well, okay? I don't feed into any kind of negativity, and I won't feed into any kind of negativity because it's a waste of energy, it's a waste of my energy, and I'm not going to have it, okay? You guys can do the same thing. Again, it's an individual choice. You can choose to be happy. Hopes and dreams are huge, guys. That's all we got in this world. You know what I mean? That's really all we got. And if you push forward and follow your passions, whatever it may be. Like I said, it doesn't have to be prepping. It doesn't have to be living off grid, okay? It can be whatever you want to do. As long as you pursue it and stay positive, you can obtain those goals, okay? So, you know, and again, like I said, it's everything in life is a choice. Here comes Lucy. Oh, he's having an itch. But anyway, so, you know, I just wanted to share that with you today. I thought it was important. I had a lot of people say, "Here, what you doing?" A lot of people commenting, you know, I'm not a gloom and doomer. I'm not going to ever be a gloom and doomer, okay? There's things out there that are scary that can happen. A lot of things can happen. The best thing we can do as human beings is to try to be as prepared as we possibly can be for whatever inevitability is going to happen. Something will happen eventually. I can't say exactly what it's going to be, but something will happen. Here's a fact, okay? Someday, Yellowstone volcano will go off. Guaranteed. I will make that prediction all day long. When? I have no idea, okay? But it's something to keep an eye on. It's something to keep, you know, in the back of your mind, to keep, you know, to think about, okay? Keep track of it. It's just something to watch. Don't live in fear. Fear is not a good thing. We don't want to be afraid. We want to be proactive so that when something happens, when an event happens, we can just automatically have our game plan, know exactly what we're going to do, and don't panic. Panic is a horrible, horrible thing. Fear is a horrible thing. You don't want to do either one of them, okay? You want to be ready as best you can be. And remember, even if you started prepping today and you just started, you have an advantage over most of the people in this country because 95% of the people are not ready for a 2-week disaster, okay? So anyway, guys, I'm going to jump off of here. I hope this helps. I hope everybody's having, or is going to have a nice weekend because, like I said, it's Friday. Heather, we just went to Rochester and we picked up a friend of hers. She's spending a weekend with us. And so it's one of her best friends, so I'm real happy about that. If you go back and look at the old videos, you'll see Kendall in the videos. It's Kendall. So she's here for the weekend. And so it'll be a real nice time. They'll have a good time together. So anyway, guys, remember, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every day. I don't just say that. I mean it because it's so important because tomorrow is not guaranteed. And remember, the whole theme of this entire talk today, STD, guys. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever your goals are, you can reach them. The only one that's going to stop you from reaching them is you. And you know, that's it. The only one that's going to stop you is you. Having excuses of health issues or whatever else, that is just an excuse, okay? So, oh, I wanted to show you guys too. Here, hold on. We're going to go over here real quick because the blueberries are ready. And I wanted to show you that. Here's Buddy. So I wanted to show you the blueberries real quick because we're going to be picking them very soon. Say hello, Kendall.
Hello, Kendall.
There you go. I knew you were going to say it just like that. Hey, sweet pea. Yeah, there's some right in there, isn't there? Open that door.
So now you're on an adventure, YouTube?
Well, we got sidetracked here now, guys. You looked in there? There's bug spray in the house.
What's that where?
Well, either that or look in the shop. One of the two, honey. Okay, so here we are, blueberry plants. And look at that, guys. Look at those beautiful blueberries. Look at that, isn't that pretty? So we're going to be picking those very soon. These ones aren't ready yet over here, but these are ready. And so we're going to be picking them soon. Like I said, I know I've showed you this before. The one plum tree did die, did not make it. I'm going to take the lawnmower and clean this out some more. But we got one of the, that's a plum tree there, that's a peach, and this one is a peach. We actually went over to our old house today where we lived. And when we were there for 8 years, in the first year that we were there, we put in, I planted a pear, peach, apple, and a cherry tree. And I wanted to see what the cherry tree was looking like. It looks freaking awesome. It was really, really big. I was like, oh man, it looks freaking awesome. So that was kind of cool too. But anyway, listen, I'm going to jump off of here. Have a great weekend, and I will talk to you all tomorrow. Prepper Nurse went out for now.